Two trucks with solid rear axles. Hello, I'm Ramon and welcome back to All Scale RC. Here we have the Traxxas UDR and the YIKOng DF7. This is the YK4072 V3. I did not know this was the third version of this truck. I only thought there was one version before this, but I guess there's a total of three versions. I had requests in the comments to get these trucks together, so here they are finally. The YIKOng is sitting up a little taller because I bought it as a roller. I haven't put electronics in it yet. I like to tinker. Well, I actually prefer to tinker. Actually, I like building stuff more than running stuff, to be honest with you. So this one I'm gonna more than likely build as a 8S, as long as I can get two 4S batteries in here in a stack. So as long as I can get two 4S batteries, I'll have to see. The battery compartment isn't the largest, so I have to see what I have and what I can fit in there. But let's get down to these trucks. They're both trucks are 1/7 scale, independent front suspensions with solid rear axles. They have dual shocks all the way around. They both come with dual spares, so you have 6 tires. The YIKOng is sitting up a lot taller right now because it's a roller, so it doesn't have the extra weight of a motor or ESC, but also it is sprung a little stiffer than the UDR. With it being sprung a little stiffer, it might take jumps a little better, but it might be more prone to rollovers. We'll have to see once this thing is built and I have it running. The dimensions of both trucks seem almost identical. Okay, here's the drop test. The Traxxas has motor, ESC, but no batteries in it. The DF7 has no motor, ESC, servo, anything, so it's running a little lighter probably. And not that much lighter, but it is a little lighter right now. But here's what it looks like when it lands. Okay, so suspension seems like it works quite well. But here's the UDR. I want to see that in slow motion. They both look pretty planted. There's no bouncing around or anything like that. Let's put these nose to nose. Lucky the table just makes it. But nose to nose. I'm going to lift up on the bodies to see. Well, look, UDR is definitely softer, but they both squat down pretty much identical. And their height, when you lift up on the bodies, it's damn near identical as far as suspension travel in the front. They are, like, these are closer than I can't think of anything else that would be closer. Like I said, the DF7 is empty, so it's riding a little high. I think it would sit down a little bit more, probably about there, with electronics in it. But it's riding a little high right now. But travel-wise, it'll squat all the way down. And it's hard to tell. The DF7 looks like height-wise is a little taller, but the rear tire cage and everything is taller. And it could be also because of the body. But they are... You're going to get a very similar effect in travel and everything from both trucks. They're going to be very similar. It's pretty much, I don't know if it's a UDR alternative, but if you have a UDR and you like this type of truck and you wanted another truck similar to a UDR, it's definitely similar. Suspension-wise, they are probably as close as you're going to get. Your other choice is the low-C Baja Ray, and that's 1/10 scale, I believe that's considered, but it's a large 1/10 scale. And then you have the Super Baja Ray, which is a 1/6 scale, which is a lot bigger. And sorry if I repeat myself, there are no scripts. This is an amateur channel. Let's compare wheelbases. I don't know which is the best way of doing this, but this will work. I mean, wheelbase look pretty much identical. Track width is interesting. Track width, the UDR is slightly wider in the rear, but it is narrower in the front. I don't understand why. But you know what it is? Here we go. The track width on the UDR is slightly wider, but it is negligible. It is such a small amount. I don't see how much of a difference that's gonna make. Now, on the UDR, battery change is a lot easier. You have a battery tray, it comes out. As you can see, this thing is brand new to me. All right, so battery tray comes off very easily on the UDR, but maintenance-wise on the UDR is definitely more work. Now, somebody commented to me that the body on the UDR comes off easily with some basic hand tools. It does. 12 screws just to get the body panels off, and then additional screws if you want to get anywhere underneath the drivers or anything else like that. So if you're out running at the track or whatever, or in a field, if you want to do a quick servo replacement, it's not going to be quick. It's a little bit more to take apart. Not that it's not doable, it's just more just more screws. The DF7, the body on the DF7 comes off, and you have a dust shield. You have a dust shield that's held on by Velcro, and you can get right in there. Now, servo-wise is right there. It's not bad. This does take a 5th scale servo, so this uses a large truck servo. I'm not sure what's in the UDR, because can I even see that? I'm not sure what servo's in the UDR, but the DF7 can use up to a 5th scale servo. I was messing around just to see if I can get dual 4S batteries in there, and I got these Spectrum batteries in there that are kind of fat, so I can get a lower profile battery, 4S batteries in here. I should be able to get two lower profile 4S batteries if I was able to get these in here. So I will definitely build this truck as a 8S truck. And also the UDR, I think I saw that Kevin Talbot did get an 8S system in here. You have to change a couple things to do an 8S in there, but it's a little more work to do in here. But well, it's definitely cramming batteries in there though. It's not a generous battery compartment. But let's bring the camera over so you can see. I'll show you, give you a close-up of what's in the way with the batteries. So right here, this mount for your rear link that goes to the rear axle, that's what gets in the way. That's what kind of limits you with your batteries. But also you have battery height, because when I did put the two 4S batteries in there, I couldn't get the dust cover on here real good, but I could still get the body to clip on. So it won't hinder you from using those Spectrum batteries, but there are, I'll use soft packs, 4S soft packs, and I can get a better fit. So it's not an issue. I can get 8S in this truck, no problem, I think. And here's that generous servo mount. That thing for 5th scales. Motor-wise, I already planned on sticking, I forget what size it was. But motor-wise, you have to be careful too, because depending on your can for your motor goes right here. Depending on the can size, you might get interference from this other link right here. So you have to watch the length of your can. But it's still a generous amount of space for the motor. You do have your center diff right here. Before we jump back to the UDR, right here you can see you do have limiting straps, and you have your sway bar links. So there's your sway bar links. Let's get this dust cover back on here. I did not want to make a long video. Been running around all day. Oh, by the way, all right, so here's the UDR definitely has this on scale accessories. All you have is fire extinguishers, your fake fans, and your light bar in the rear, your light bar in the front. There was a light bar in the front. No lights in the grille of the DF7. You do have your drivers inside. You have your drivers. So some detail interior. You do have your roof rails, full cage. Now here's what I wanted to show you. The UDR uses way beefier drive shafts. The UDR looks like it uses a CVD or a U-joint type, versus this uses a dog bone with a boot. So the UDR does have nicer drive shafts, even though these are probably cheaper. Now, depending on what grade of steel they are, they could be stronger. So who knows? But here, let's cut over to the UDR to show you. See the UDR's drive shaft, that looks like a CVD type joint. But here's the UDR underneath. I just noticed one thing. When you go to put the body back on this truck, you have to make sure that your sway bars are pushed back. not forward. If they're pushed forward like a regular, like the knees on your legs, you're gonna get interference with the lower links. So you have to push them back. You push them back, it clears everything. The body does line up pretty good. Sorry, that was kind of a rush job, just trying to get through this video. I wanted to get this out. But the trucks are really, really close. DF7 comes in at a lower price point. The UDR is a great truck. It is expensive. And you are stuck with proprietary batteries. I think the UDR is around $750 by the time you get batteries and everything. I bought my UDR on a recent sale they had for Black Friday. I got a decent deal on it. But if you want UDR like at a cheaper price, DF7 isn't a bad truck. Parts wise, parts are always a concern with these companies like YIKOng or whatever. But parts are available on AliExpress and you do get them. Just have to sit there and wait. And now I believe, who was it? Ferrari now carries the Rock Hobby Ridge Racer, which that's a copy of the other YIKOng U4 truck, which is close to this truck. So I'm thinking Rock Hobby will come out with their version of this. To me, I don't worry too much about whether I can get a part or not because it's not my only car. But pretty much, if you like to build your own, you can get a roller and have fun with it. The major differences between these two trucks that I saw: prices, you get an extra light bar on the grill with the UDR, little better detail on the UDR. Tires on the back of the UDR are laying flat versus they stand up in the back of the YIKOng. The YIKOng gives you roof rails. Battery accessibility on the UDR, it's a lever and a cover, versus battery accessibility in the DF7. You have to remove the body to get to the batteries, and Velcro straps. Aside from that, the drive shafts on both the trucks are different. This one appears to be a dog bone with a boot, and this one looks more like a CVD type drive shaft. They both use CVDs in the front. Right? Yep. They both use CVDs in the front. Last thing was, so the springs are stiffer on the Desert Fighter than on the UDR. That's the differences. So pretty much, if you're looking for you already have a UDR and you want something else to toy around with that's similar, you have this. You can get one of these. Okay, once again, sorry if I missed anything. I'm running behind today. I have to go build a drag car. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.